Hey guys, how's it going? Mark from Enchantment of Eternity here. I hope you can hear me. Okay, everything's working. Oh, I haven't muted. I'm about to get feedback. There we go. Mute. Saved in time. Okay. So I usually don't do these uh, live reaction videos. I just finished watching the season finale of Game of Thrones season 7, and usually, like as soon as the episode's over, I get to writing out my review, and I type out my review, and then I try to post it up and edit it as quick as I can. And I don't know. I just don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to do that right now. This episode broke me. It's hard. It's going to be really hard for me to go back and capture what I felt like while watching this episode before the last 10 minutes of the episode. Yeah, Broke. I wish I could agree with you, Broke Black Man. He says that it's better than last week's. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I wish I could. Like, it's gonna be hard for me because when I'm writing my review, I'm going to have to talk about the bulk of this episode, the first 110 to 115 minutes of the episode before the final scene. And I'm going to have to talk positively and try to think back and recapture to what it was feeling like when I was actually enjoying this episode. Because all right, I built my channel like on Game of Thrones. That's what all I'm about. And after watching this episode, it feels like I lost a good friend. It feels like a good friend just died. Now I don't know. People are gonna be like, "Oh, you're being so melodramatic, Mark, and everything." And I don't know at this stage if I'm even gonna be able to argue with people who enjoyed this episode, and I haven't had a chance to look at the whole reaction. I just peeked into a few videos real quick, and it seems like everyone's loving this episode. And I don't even want to argue with people who love the last 10 minutes of this episode. I feel broken. I just can't do anything. I'm sort of rambling, and maybe it wasn't a good idea to make this video, but I don't know. I just feel like, okay. So first, most of this episode I liked. I thought this was a return to form since the fast-paced crap they've been pulling the last couple weeks. It seemed more character building, a lot more the dialogue stuff that we come to enjoy from the show. I mean, I had my issues, with it here and there, and I suppose I'll get into those issues and what I liked about this episode before the final 10 minutes of it, and when I do my review. Yeah, I don't think. All right, Brooke Blackman in chat says, "Watch it a few more times, man. Your opinion may change, dude. Maybe, but I don't think it's going to change more positively. I mean, I suppose it could change more positively about the last 10 minutes, but I don't see myself ever liking it." All right, I'm beating around the bush. The last 10 minutes was a fucking cartoon. It was a cartoon. I wasn't watching Game of Thrones. I was watching a fucking cartoon. It was Yosemite Sam riding a ice-breathing fucking dragon that was going, woohoo! That's the last fucking 10 minutes of this goddamn show that I used to love. And I'm telling you right now, like, easily this is the worst episode of the entire show. Easily, very easily, this is the worst season of the entire show. I just can't. I don't know. Like, I know everyone's gonna thumbs down this video. Everyone's gonna start hating my channel. Everyone's gonna send me like mean comments saying, "Mark, you're being dumb. You're being stupid. Why don't you just sit back and enjoy it? It's fun." And I can't. I don't know if I'll even be able to respond to that. I have lost all energy. I don't know what what are they saying in the chat. Hillary Scott says, "Why did Rhaegar look like Viserys?" I mean, I know they're incest brothers, but still, and I actually kind of questioned that Viserys, if the actor even played Rhaegar. It seemed like they got the same actor who played Viserys to play Rhaegar, but I'm not even sure that's the case. But you know, another thing I want to make clear: I did have some nitpicks about this episode through the first hour and 10 minutes or whatever, but all those complaints pale, absolutely pale in comparison with these last 10 minutes. If I was judging this episode on, if I forget about everything that happened before those last 10 minutes and just on those last 10 minutes, now I give it a 1. I'd say it is a 1. It is the worst. I've never been this mad about episodes since the Walking Dead season 6 finale, when I went off on rants. In fact, arguably, I'm more not just mad but hurt. I feel betrayed. I feel betrayed by this. And people, Mark, you're being so melodramatic. It's just a dragon. It's just a fucking Night King and a dragon taking down the walls. Also, why are you being so melodramatic? And I know everyone's gonna say that. I know they are. They're gonna say I'm whinging. I'm nitpick. I don't know what the fuck. They just say it. I can't even argue with you at this stage. But it's a fucking cartoon. It's that scene, that just seeing the freaking Night King riding the dragon and the dragon spitting eyes at the. I blew fire at the goddamn wall. It's a fucking cartoon. It is. Brooke Blackman in the chat says I like cartoons. Cartoons are fine because they're meant to be not taken seriously. They're meant to be silly, over the top, non-realistic, just doing weird shit, whatever. Game of Thrones is not a fucking cartoon. Game of Thrones has never been a fucking cartoon. Okay. Someone says in the chat is saying that the Rhaegar Viserys connection is that we're wearing the same wig. That's why they look similar. I don't care about it. Who cares? Nothing like that. Even I don't even know if I want to keep doing Game of Thrones. I seriously don't. I'm questioning my whole channel. Maybe I don't know how I can continue doing videos about this show that fucking did this. And it's just going to get worse. It's going to get fucking worse. And the next season, I don't even want to imagine what's going to happen in the next season. The White Walkers are going to get, they're going to get dragons, and they get, fairies are going to come in, and fucking Yosemite Sam's going to come up, and then they're going to fall off the cliff, and then the fucking, I guess Sauron's going to show up. I don't even fucking know what they're going to do next season. Littlefinger's death was way worse, is what Peter. Littlefinger's, who gives a fuck about Littlefinger's death? Who cares? Who cares about Littlefinger dying compared to a fucking cartoon character shooting blue goddamn fire at the motherfucking wall? What the fuck is this shit? Okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm not going to change any minds, and people are going to, and I can predict now that most people are going to love this. I don't even know if I want to do this discussion video with my brother and Phil, because I can see right now they're going to love it, and they're going to be like, oh, Mark, and they're going to try to convince me. I can't even deal with people trying to convince me that this is good. It's just like they live in another fucking universe than I'm living in. Jake the Snake said, the ice dragon thing, so big, I think it's definitely something George told him, though. Maybe. I don't know. Give a fuck if George told him or not. It's just what I saw on screen was pure horse shit. It was pure garbage. It was a fucking cartoon. It was All right, what else? Okay, next season, who's it? Dudical Dude Man. That's a pretty cool name, by the way. This is next season, Bran time travels, works into all sorts of major historical characters, including Bran the Builder, and drives the Mad King mad. Sure, go. I'm not going to argue with it anymore. That's going to happen, and fucking Varys is going to be a merman, and let's see, Bran. What's the other theory I heard recently? Tyrion is actually the son of Daenerys and Drogo. All this is going to happen now. No bounds, no limits for the show. The show has has nothing beyond the idiocy is beyond the show now. Finally, Jon rode a dragon. He did? Oh, when in the last episode, you mean? When they captured, but that's a bit different. Rogue Blackman says D&D are pleasing the casual watcher, man. The casual watcher, okay. The kind that likes to turn their brain off when enjoying the show. The kind that likes Transformers and fucking Terminator Genesis. Yeah. Now I'm getting into insults. People who love the ending and be like, "Oh, you're insulting me, Mark. You think you're comparing me to Transformer watchers." Sorry, I don't mean to do that, But I don't even know what to fucking say. I mean, if you love this episode, fine, you loved it. I'm not even gonna try to convince you otherwise. I just. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I can keep doing this fucking channel about this show. It jumped the shark at like 5, 6, 7. It quadruple jumped the shark. That is like the worst jumping the shark moment I've ever seen, ever in the history of anything. I don't know how I can continue watching this show, let alone continue making videos about it and making commentary about it and talking about it. I mean, and I'll just move on to fucking Star Trek Discovery, but that's probably going to suck too. I'm probably, Star Trek Discovery is probably going to be more the reboot bullshit. And then, well, let's cover Mr. Robot. Well, Mr. Robot season 2 was a massive disappointment. And so season 3 probably be even worse. So what the fuck? What the fuck am I getting? I guess I'll just cover The Expanse. That's the only show that's fucking decent anymore. It's the goddamn Expanse. Maybe I'll just shut Enchantment of Eternity down and I'll open up a new channel called The Expanse. Guy who only watches The Expanse because everything else fucking sucks. Ah! Colonel Doomsday said, "How you doing, brother?" He said, "Hey, Mark, man, it was that bad." Well, don't you agree, Colonel Doomsday? I mean, you of all people, if anyone out there would agree with me on this, I would expect you to be you. It seems like now, like everyone else is going to be singing this episode's praise. I'll tell you right now for my review, I'm going to give this episode a 4 out of 10, and the only reason it gets a 4 is because of the first 110 minutes were not that bad. Before the last scene, I would give this episode an 8, maybe a 7, around that area. I was kind of thinking that, but just the last scene, I give it a fucking 1. And and this is the worst episode of the entire show. It's the worst season of the entire show. I just can't. I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. I mean, Colonel Doomsday in the chat says, "Mark, brother, have a beer." I'd love to, but I have to drive later on, and I don't have any beer right now. Julianne089 says, "I'd watch the Everything Sucks channel." I'm sure there are channels like that. Oh, man. And Colonel Doomsday says, "Not seen it yet." Oh, I'm ruining it for you then. I'm spoiling the big surprise, man. Have fun. Wow. Yeah, so Colonel Doomsday says that last episode was bullshit. It's weird saying that this episode was worse than it, because it wasn't up until those last 10 minutes. It was the last 10 minutes. Like, this puts the door in shit for to shame. You remember how much shit I was talking about the Dorn, like them killing? Who gives a fuck about that compared to this? This is like, it's like infinitely worse. It's like a zillion, billion, trillion, dillion, million, killion, whatever fuck else rhymes with that word, and worse than the fucking Dorn thing. Who cares about that? I mean, the Dorn just didn't fucking act like goddamn cartoon characters and writing fucking ice dragons, blue fire to take down the wall. I mean, all right, what's the chat say? Striker says I was just in it for the character interactions. And Science Bunny says your passion is appreciated. I don't know if passion is the right word for it, but thank you. Wait. The last 10 minutes was bad, so as a 4 out of 10, love you, man. No. The last 10 minutes were 1 out of 10, which is my lowest rating, by the way, because I don't give zeros. I'm saying the episode as a whole is a 4 out of 10 because it was actually decent up until those last goddamn 10 minutes. If it wasn't for those last 10 minutes, then this episode would be fine. I would be saying this is one of the better episodes of the season. Maybe not the best, though. Still didn't, even before that bullshit at the end, it didn't compare to the Spoils of War. Still had some issues with it. But overall, I think it was a return to form for the character interactions and everything. What else is going on? Cracking the wall would have been so much better. Well, that's an understatement. That's the understatement of the year. That is, before I was bitching about Bran's mark and how if Bran went to the wall and he was marked and that's how the Night King get in, I was saying how horrible that would be. Please give me that. Please. I would take that any fucking day over the week. Please give me fucking Bran's mark taking down the wall over this horseshit, this bullshit, this goddamn stupid fucking cartoon written by a fucking 12-year-old. All right. So, okay. Julian says it didn't even melt the wall, but caused it to crumble. Cardinal Doomsday says, here, Mark, sending you a can of Melbourne bitter. I don't know. I'm a bit of a beer snob, so although I do like the dark ones. Oh, who cares, Striker? Striker says, are we including the whole John, Aegon, Danny fuckfest? That's an issue, too. Okay, sure, it's an issue. I had an issue with it. I thought that was pretty dumb. Like, I literally laughed out loud when John and Daenerys started having sex. I was just like, come on. But at least I could laugh. At least I could feel some emotion other than blind rage. I mean, I will give it that. So that, I think, elevates it to oh, fuck, damn it. God damn it. Okay. Jake the Snake says John's Anson. Okay, all right. I will admit, actually, now that you mentioned it, the whole Bran and fucking Sam talking, and Bran's like, oh, John is the rightful king. Somebody should tell him. Okay. That's stupid. That is dumb. But my God, just nothing. I mean, I can't even believe. Like, I read the spoilers. No one else had read the spoilers. I thought it was just bullshit spoilers, and I was hoping to fucking God it was bullshit spoilers. But even when I read the spoilers, like, I couldn't even imagine. Like, I didn't imagine it would be this bad. Some people, I know people are gonna say, "Well, you only didn't like it because you read the spoilers and you had these expectations." It's a billion times worse than what I thought it would be. It was like reading the spoilers doesn't even prepare me for how fucking how bad this is. Oh my God. Yeah, Colonel Doomsday says, and that's your reaction, then I'm really going to hate it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I have a feeling that nobody's going to agree with me. I'm going to go into this chat with Epkin, Tumpkin, and Phil. They're going to be like, Mark, why just stop being so negative? You're being too hard on the show. I think there were things that were much worse than that. It wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of cool seeing the Night King ride a dragon. And I mean, I'm not starting to shade at Ken Phil, by the way. I actually look forward to talking to you guys. Maybe it will make me feel better, but I just can't argue. I cannot argue. I'm just incapable of arguing at this. Fuck. Broke Bracken says, funny how Brandon says he can see the past, but he didn't. Well, he's like, Brandon's like, oh, I can see. Hold on, my computer's about to die. I have to fix the plug. There we go. So, oh, there we go. So, Brandon was like, oh, I can see everything. I can see the past, the future. Yeah, he didn't even fucking know that Rhaegar and Lyanna got married. How could you see everything in the past, Brand? You bit of a there's some fucking holes in that bullshit. Yeah, I'm gonna get into the other bullshit when I do my review. Like, I don't even care about being wrong about the fact that Sansa and Arya were playing Littlefinger. In my video I did yesterday, I was like, if they do that, I'm going to hate it. They did it, and actually, I didn't care. Whatever. I was wrong. They were playing each other. I can buy it. Whatever. It's fine. And in fact, I kind of liked it, to be perfectly honest. That's fine. I don't care about that. But this fucking... I can't even talk about it. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Colonel Doomsday says I'm harsh than you, Mark. Maybe, like usually you are, but like I seem to be the only one who's this upset over the fucking. Well, of course I don't know that because I've only watched like one or two videos. Like at least Joe. I wish I could talk Joe. So thank you, Joe. Dirty Locks from Philly-Issues Guy, because I tuned in to Philly-Issues Guy for a bit and Joe was going off on the dragon, and I was like, thank you, Joe. Thank you, somebody else sees this massive pile of shit for what it is. But, oh my God. Colonel Doomsday says, are you going to watch season 8? No. If I say no, then that's probably me just being harsh. That's probably, people saying I'm never going to drink again when they have a really horrible hangover. I'm going to watch season 8. Even if I, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm going to look forward to it. I don't know if I'm going to have high hopes. I'm not going to know if I'm going to have any sort of, desire, any hope that it's going to be awesome. If it is awesome, I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to be shocked as all fuck. I think the only way. Okay, Meridian Mormon says 1,000% agree. Are you talking to me or to someone else in the chat? Because if you're talking to me, thank you so much. Thank you, someone out there actually agrees with me. But if you're not, then oh well, I guess I'm alone again. Broke Brackman says, stay away from the leaks from season 8, man. Just watch it. If you want to die, do a video, do it. Hate to watch 8. Joanne 8, yeah, it says hate watch 8. I don't want Game of Thrones to suck. Come on, I don't. That's what I was saying before. It feels like I lost a good friend. Why did you do this to me? I feel betrayed. Like, other people like I'm not gonna name names, but you know who I'm talking about. Other channels like love to shit all over this channel. Say day and then Dave are witless hacks. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. George R. R. Martin is a genius, and they've been ruining his masterpiece. They're idiots. They don't know what they're doing. They've been making mistakes since day one. Season 5 and 6 was total shit. Season 7 was awful. Blah blah blah. And I don't agree. In fact, historically, I've always been like, oh, stupid book purist. Huh. Why are you hating on this great show? Why can't you just enjoy it? You're just being nitpicky and silly. Enjoy this awesome show. And now I'm turning into them. I'm going to be like them now. I'm going to be one of those whiny, complaining, nitpicking, and I don't want to fucking be. Like, I built my whole channel on being someone who, like, defended the show, who loved the show, and said, like, look, books are totally different. They're separate from the show. They're two, you don't understand what's involved in adapting a fucking novel series to a TV show. It's hard, and then they did an awesome job at it. And what they did is amazing, and it's the production value. And I'd love to be that guy still, but I don't think I can. Colonel Doomsday says, is it like Endgame, Mark? And for those of you not in the know, Endgame is the final episode of Voyager, which is probably the single episode I've ranted and raved the most about on my entire channel in its entire existence. So I'm actually going to say no. It's not as bad as Endgame, because Endgame, the entire thing was shit. The whole 2 hours, like, there's nothing good about that giant turd. But and Voyager was a great show to begin with, but frankly, Voyager has been going downhill for a while since they got to that episode. Whereas Game of Thrones, like, I disagree with anyone who says season 6 sucked. I think season 6 is awesome. I disagree with someone who didn't like the first 4 episodes of the season. I think the first 4 episodes of the season were awesome. So Game of Thrones was going pretty good up until these last 3 episodes. Now, and all the other shit that happened in the episode, like I said, I had some gripes here and there. But overall, it's just it was a decent episode. Like I said, I think I give it a 7 or an 8. Up until those last fucking 10 minutes, like the worst 10 minutes on any show all year. It's like I can't think of anything worse than those. All right, Q Hacer. Or Acer, however you pronounce it, asks, are you going to hate on the show from now on? I want my answer to be no. I do. I really want my answer to be no. I mean, so far, I only have 10 minutes to hate on. Well, on the last episode, kind of. But even the last episode was decent. Like, I give it a 6 out of 10. It's fine. And the episode before that, 5 out of 10 is fine. So... at the moment, I don't really have that much to hate on, mainly just these 10 minutes and some of the mistakes they made earlier. So I don't know if I'm going to turn into a total hate, but I see that going that direction if season 8 pans out. If this final scene is any indication of what's going to happen in season 8, then I might turn into another fucking Preston Jacobs. I might as well, like, put on these funny voices and have, like, little cartoons and be like, no, and this thing, why this doesn't make any sense, and why are they doing that? Then they are sucking their witless hacks. I very well could become that in season 8 if it goes in this fucking direction, and it sucks because I don't want to be like that. Colonel Doomsday says, brother, not your fault. The show is crap. Brokeback wants to stop beating yourself up. Okay, Jake the Snake. To play devil's advocate, I think it's hard to adapt 4,000 pages that don't exist. You're right. You're right. You're right. It isn't. They only have bullet points to go off. And It very well may be that one of George R. R. Martin's bullet points was the Night King kills a dragon, turns it into an ice dragon, and uses it to split blue fire to take down the wall. Maybe that's one of George's bullet points. Maybe this will happen in the books. I'm hard pressed to believe, but I'm not one of these people who think George R. R. Martin is a genius and everything he writes is a masterpiece. So it may very well be he fucks up the books just as much as they fucked up the show. But even if that does happen, it's possible that it's not nearly done as awful and obviously pandering as it was in the show. And I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. And I don't think George is a genius. I don't think he shits gold like Tywin Lannister. I don't think everything he writes is the words are like, oh, George. I'm not like that. I think it's possible those last two books could suck, especially if these fucking seasons are any indication. But I still believe that what he writes could not possibly be done as poorly as it was fucking done here. Broke Batman says maybe you should do Sins of an episode review. Yeah, I thought about doing something like that, but then I feel like I'd be copying Cinema Sins, and I don't want to do that. Like that's maybe if I didn't do the exact same format of being like everything wrong with the season finale, go ding. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But honestly, like I would be more inclined to do that for episode 6 and episode 5 than I would to be this last episode, because as I said, this episode actually was fine. Like, it wasn't the best thing ever. There were some gripes here and there, but it was nowhere near as bad as the previous 2 episodes up until that fucking final scene. So, I don't know. I'd rather you become Quinn Howard. I'm not sure who Quinn Howard is. Striker says, I wouldn't put John Danny fucking past George, honestly. No, I wouldn't either, but actually, I do think that George would pull that off way, way better than it was pulled off here. It was so rushed. It was so obvious. Like, they were knocking you, literally, like taking a head sledgehammer and like knocking you over the head and go boom, with the foreshadowing of the John and Danny romance, and it didn't feel natural. It just felt like, hey, guess what? They're gonna screw. And I do think that George would do a better job than that. All right. Atkin says, I'm here, just watched it. What's Zelda said? The last 2 episodes were lacking for me. They felt rushed, too much fan service. I don't know. What do you think? I just can't. I don't know, man. I've said it all. It feels like this episode feels like I lost a good friend. I don't know. I don't even want to argue this. As I said, it's just like, if you love it, whatever. I don't know. Jake the Snake says, I think 10 episodes would have helped a lot because everything felt a bit rushed. I agree, and I've been saying that I agree, but okay, Atkins says that's how I feel too, Mark. Well, good. That's good. That's actually a bit reassuring to hear that I'm not the only one, that I'm not alone in thinking that. Because I don't know. I haven't watched many reviews yet. I just checked in a couple, and they said they were mostly positive. Thinking, oh, so awesome. So I didn't mind this episode too much. Like, yeah, the ending, when it got closer to the ending with the shit with John is actually Aegon, and he is the rightful king of the Seven Kingdoms. I was like, but even that, like, even that was a pale shadow, you know, to the giant, like, just dragon taking a giant crap on the TV screen. That was the last 10 minutes of this episode. Atkin says it has now gone the way of Lost. That is something, that is a sentence that I was particularly hoping I would never have to say. That is something I was hoping I never have to hear and agree with, and that's something I was hoping to utter the phrase, well, Game of Thrones is like Breaking Bad. They know how to end the show properly. They didn't like go off the rails and like Lost. God, I so wish I could say that. That's what I want to be saying to you right now. Some ranting from Atkin. It says, why the fuck does Bran care who is the heir to the Seven Kingdoms and the freaking Night King is coming? Exactly! What the hell? What the hell? What the fuck? And I've been saying from the beginning that the whole show has been saying the whole point. They lost the whole point of the show, and that is it doesn't matter who the fuck sits on the Iron Throne. Because the White Walkers are coming to kill everyone. I think I might refer to Yosemite to Night King as Yosemite Sam from now on. Some people maybe submit me some other cartoon characters you think. I mean, this is a shot of him on the fucking dragon. I almost died. It's a fucking cartoon. It's a cartoon. All right. Alex says fan service is good. I don't see the problem. The way TV should be written to make fans want something and give them what they want at the end, which is not what I'm talking about. A show should be written so it makes sense. It's well constructed, has good characters in it. It all makes sense. It all adds up. It's exciting. It keeps the viewers on the toe. It just doesn't throw whatever shit. Look, ooh, dazzle. Let me put shit in front of your eyes, so you'll be like, ooh, that's fucking Transformers. That's fucking Terminator Genesis. That's all this other bullshit that you have to turn your fucking brain off to watch. Okay, so let me see. Oh, the chat's going by pretty fast now. Let's see what's going on. So Dutiful Dude Man says awesome ice dragon and Night King rides him and you go roar. Evil magic spelled with the J, that's very important. Fire burns down the wall. 1,000 out of 10. And I agree with your sentiments there, Dutiful. And Brokeback says, well, people not really backing Danny. Maybe they will bring up Jon Snow. People know. Jake the Snake says Atkin is right, isn't the point of the series how terrible monarchs are? Yeah, it sure is. But who gives a fuck when we can have King John fight? He's gonna ride a dragon. You better fucking believe King John is gonna ride a dragon and he's gonna attack the Night King and his blue dragon, and they're gonna spit fire, and it's gonna go rah rah, and it's gonna go and it's gonna go and it's gonna go, and then King John's gonna bring down the dragon, and he's gonna kill it with the sword, and everyone else there is gonna cheer and go, yeah. King John, you saved the day. And then everyone's gonna come out, and fucking Daenerys is gonna kiss him and says, I love you, King John. I'm gonna give the 7 kingdoms to you because you were so awesome. You slayed the ice dragon. You're my hero. And everyone's gonna get in a circle, and they're gonna throw up like fucking tea leaves and fucking gonna write unicorns, and I'm gonna be like, I love you, this is so great. And Cersei's gonna be like, oh, how silly me, forever doubting you. You guys were right. I'm gonna just give up my kingdoms, and I'm just gonna go hide in this castle, and you guys can they'll all live happily ever after. The end. That is my new how Game of Thrones will end prediction. I should make a video for it. Oh my god. Let's look at Sky. Littlefinger got outsmarted too lazily. Who cares? Who cares about Littlefinger? Who cares? He is John still. Colonel Doomsday says, email me the script, Mark. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's right. He's not John. Silly me. King Aegon Targaryen. Aegon the Sixth, or whatever the fuck he's calling. How silly of me. How silly of me to get his name wrong. His name is Aegon Targaryen, true king of Westeros, here to save the day and slay the evil Night King. Duh. All right. Striker says, anyone else honestly think Lyanna named him Aegon to throw shade at Elia? Who cares? Kevin Doom says, indeed, you should make a video, Mark. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know if I want to make videos anymore. I just want Gendry to be king, says Hunter Scott. You know what? I bet you that's what's going to happen. Actually, well, no, he can't, because King Aegon Targaryen he's going to be the king, and he's going to marry Daenerys, and Gendry will be their prince. They say, you know what, Gendry, we love you. Everyone else loves you, so we love you too. So you can be our prince, live in the castle with daisies, and you can marry Arya, and Arya is going to be like, I'm just going to sit in the castle and be a lovely lady and marry Gendry and knit all day, even though that's against my character. But hey, this is Game of Thrones. We don't give a fuck about character development anymore. All right, see you later, Burke Blackman. Enjoy. All right. Atkins says, exactly. Q said, how did Sam know about Rhaegar's marriage? He wasn't paying attention. Hey, that is a good point. Oh my god. Well, who cares? Like, who cares? Nothing in the show needs to make sense anymore. That's Cardinal Doomsday says, Mark, the cynicism doesn't suit you, man. Well, I wish I did. I told you. I wish I didn't. I don't want to be this cynic. Mad Dodge Productions says, come on, Ice Dragon and boat sex was great. Are you being sarcastic? I hope so. I mean, if you're not, whatever. Just, enjoy them. Think they're great. But I don't know. It's hard for me not to take a statement like that as sarcasm, but whatever. Atkins says you're cracking me up, Mark. Can't wait to rant with you on this on Wednesday. Yes, thank you. Look, before you came in the chat, I was worried. I was talking about how I'm worried that you might love the episode and that you and Phil would pick on me, and I didn't want to deal with that. But glad to see that won't be the case. Let's see. Phil, I watched about 10 minutes of his Phil the Issues guy, and he liked it. He and Joe were arguing over it because Joe, Dirty Locks' co-star, hated it. And I was like, as a chat, I said, thank you, Joe, thank you. But Phil was like, oh, Joe, you're being silly. It was awesome. So, yeah, I love doing review videos with him. I can't wait to talk about this. So I'll have to respect his opinion in this regard. But he's an awesome guy. I love his videos. But yeah. So Q Hester says, what do you think they could do with season 8? Well, I just told you. I think I mentioned earlier what they're going to do with season 8. But if you want me to be serious and say what I would like to see, okay, here's my ideal season 8. So season 8 begins with the ice dragon immediately falling dead from like a cold or something. And it's like, and the Ice King going, no, Night King, I'm sorry, it's hard to get the confused, whatever fairy tale princess he is. Anyway, him going, no, my ice dragon is dead. And then Bran goes, and Sam have another talk. Remember that shit I told you about his name being Aegon? Just kidding! I was just joking. That's ridiculous. John's name isn't really Aegon because that would be stupid. And who cares if he's the fucking king of the Seven Kingdoms? Because that doesn't really have anything to do with anything. Let's just go fight the White Walkers. That is how I would like to see season 8 begin. Atkins says, I think I hated it more than you from the sound of it. I think you hated more the episode before the final thing. Yes. I will say you probably did, Apkin. I might actually, I don't know. I don't have it in me to defend anything about the show now, so I might not even defend it. But I didn't have as big of an issue with the stuff before the final 10 minutes of the episode. In fact, I said earlier in this cast, I was ready to give it a 7 or an 8. It has a few gripes here and there. But after that last 10 minutes, I was just like, no. Save some rant for. Well, see, the thing is, Cardinal Doomsday is that I'll probably by Thursday, which is what it's Thursday for me and him. We live in down under. So by Thursday, I'm going to probably have time to catch breath, think this over, and not be so sort of melodramatic and upset. So I probably won't be ranting as much on Thursday, but we'll see. We'll see. That's kind of why I wanted to do this video, because I wanted to throw it out there. Okay, Meridian Mormont. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. What is Mad Dodge said? Tormund, or however you spell his wilding name. I don't know. Geez, Mark, you're so upset you're blotting out the sun. Am I? Oh, no, it's just getting dark now. Oh, that's right. The sun's going down because it's, what time is it? It's 5:45, and it's still winter here, so it's getting dark in New Zealand. Oh, yeah, Atkins says Tormund and Beric are dead. Question mark. Yeah. I doubt it. I don't think so, because nobody ever dies in this fucking show anymore. Everyone has plot armor. You know, even Beric, who gives a fuck about Beric? Everyone has plot armor. Nobody's gonna die, except for characters we don't care about. It's become The Walking Dead. This show has fucking become The Walking Dead. Oh, God. E. Martinez says Tormund didn't die because we didn't see it. Felicia, hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Who else is there? Peter says, why are you always saying who gives a fuck about Littlefinger? I give a fuck about Littlefinger. Okay, so let me elaborate what I mean by that. I mean, yeah, they the Littlefinger poorly, but to me that pales in comparison to the bullshit they pulled at the last 10 minutes of the episode. To me, that's like, as I was saying earlier, like I went on these rants and raves about how horrible it was, and this puts that to shame. This puts everything. Who cares about? Who gives a fuck about anything now compared to this bullshit with the fucking blue fire, Night King, the fucking cartoon character. He's a fucking cartoon character. I can't even, Timo. I can't argue with you now. If you want to love the show, love the show. I can't do it. I can't. I don't even have it in me anymore. I know everyone's gonna say I'm just whining, I'm just bitching, I'm just complaining. Quit your whining, quit you whinging, and just enjoy the show. Whatever, I don't care. Leave your dislikes, put your dislikes in the video. Go ahead, leave your comments saying I'm whinging, whatever. Call me names. I don't give a fuck. Just do it. I can't even anymore. I just can't deal with this. Atkins says he even looked like a cartoon. He did. He looked like a fucking cartoon. He totally did. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna freeze frame that. I want some names where we can call him, like the evil ice guy or Iceman Cometh. Or he's gonna be like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Batman Robin, start being, let's kick some ice. That's what's gonna happen in season 8. You know it. Arnold Schwarzenegger is gonna be recast to play the fucking Night King. He's gonna be like, let's kick some ice. Atkins says, I think there are more people here that agree with you than disagree. Okay, maybe. We'll see. Chat's going by pretty fast now. I can't keep up. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you want to like the show, if you want to love it, like, I don't care. Go ahead. Just leave your dislikes and unsubscribe to my channel because you don't like me being all negative. Fine, that's fine. Toast Graham says Skeletor. Yeah, maybe we can call him. Maybe I'll call him Skeletor from now on. That's a very good one. Or Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is Skeletor. So I think I'll refer to him as now on. Or Mr. Perfect. He's just perfect. He can't do anything wrong. There's gonna be like this epic battle with him and John. And John's gonna go and kill him, and everyone's gonna go, yay, you saved me, John. Aegon, excuse me. Aegon, King Aegon, you saved me. Let's throw flowers. We're not gonna live happily ever after. Woo! Well, thank you, Timo. That's very kind of you. Jake the Snake says, call him Blue Darth Maul. There we go. Oh, it says you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Or just let me know if you still can't hear me, because that would suck. Striker. Yeah, Striker makes a very good point. Since it's ending, you can't really call it The Walking Dead. All right, I will give you that. At least it has the gracious to actually fucking end and not go on forever. I live for these rants, Michael. Thank you. I think there's nothing George can give to fans now that they can enjoy the same way they did with the other books. I'm not so sure. Curious says there's so much expectation built around it, just gonna kill him. He did this out of passion. Now he hates it. Thanks to the logical place to be. I don't know. Julian says, or Julianne, I should say, did they think we wouldn't get that he was a Targaryen if they didn't do anything but Aegon? No, they didn't. They didn't think that. They need to sort of spoon feed us, so we know exactly what's going on. E. Martinez says, I think comparing it to The Walking Dead is a bit harsh, and I like The Walking Dead. Game of Thrones, this will be above that kind of suffered tremendously. Used to be past tense. Who the fuck knows after this fucking cartoon, Mr. Freeze going, let's put this wall on ice. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to argue with you. To me, this is worse than The Walking Dead because The Walking Dead was never as great as this show was. The show had a lot bigger the fall. Now, granted, this is just only 10 minutes, so it hasn't fallen as far yet. But I'm not looking very helpful for season 8. I'll tell you that. Yes, it's the wall bit that I didn't like. Everything else behind that episode was fine. It was fine up until those last 10 minutes. Oh my god. Yeah, the Cersei is a lying ass bitch. Very clever, Felicia. I was kind of iffy on the whole Cersei thing, but wasn't too bad. Atkins, this is not just 10 minutes, it's 3 full episodes going back to episode 5. Well, I guess we have a difference of opinion there. Like, I actually was just okay with this episode up until those last 10 minutes. But yeah, last 2 episodes were pretty shit. I would say okay, not like awesome. Like, I still had issues with the episode before the 10 minutes. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've been ranting about the whole Aegon thing, but I think that was in the last 10 minutes, so I think that counts. Or if it's not, I'll say last 15. So I can include that as well, because that also was really dumb. Striker says, I overhyped season 6 and was disappointed I didn't think this one. Clearly, I enjoyed it more than you did. So you like the boat sex? Oh yeah, love the boat sex. No, I think the boat sex is included in the last 10 minutes. And if not, I'll include it in that because I mentioned this earlier. You guys tuning in late, it's all good. But I mentioned this earlier how when they had the sex scene between Jon and Daenerys, I actually literally laughed out loud. I was just like, oh my God, this is so dumb. But at least I could laugh. At least I still had humor in me. At least I could take joy in the fact that the scene was so bad and it didn't crush my soul like the last Night King bringing down the wall did. Yeah, well, Lena and Peter are always on point. They're good actors. It doesn't matter how shit the writing is. They can work wonders. And yes, I did love that scene between them. I thought it was great. I don't know. I could kind of an issue with the way Cersei was like, just kidding, that she was playing them the whole time. Like she was in with Euron. Like Euron, they were playing this ahead of time that he would storm out. Like did they know they were going to bring a white and that they were going to freak out? I don't know. Like, how does that even work? Colonel Deuce says Soul Crush is how I felt after last week's episode. Yeah, to me, this is like a billion times worse. But anyway, I think I've been whinging for long enough. I got to go write my review, and I'll try to be a bit more sort of measured or whatever, and not going. Yeah, Atkins says the whole episode was bad. I mean, I'm not. I don't really. I'm not in a position to argue with you because I just feel so deflated and betrayed. That I can't really. I have no fight in me to stick up for this episode. Anyway, I'm almost in the dark entirely. So let me. I think I'll end this whinge fest now, so I can write my proper review. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully I will keep doing Game of Thrones, and we'll just turn my channel into the Expanse guy, like I said I would earlier, because the Expanse is the only decent thing left in this world. Oh, please, the Expanse, don't fail me. Anyway, gotta go. Thank you guys so much for arguing. Yeah, I'm sorry, team. I just didn't have it in me to fight back. I feel deflated. I just feel, yeah. I said this before. I just can't. If you want to love this episode, fine, love it. I can't even argue with it about it. I'm just like. Anyway, that is about it. Thank you guys so much for joining, and yeah, I'll try to have my review out. Probably won't be till tomorrow because I wasted time doing this. But thank you for enduring my whinge fest, and I'll see you later.